Moving on, the Kerala temple tragedy has now reached the death toll in the same has reached 113. Police has arrested 7 people in connection with the case and has detained 6 more. Sources say that more arrests are also likely in the coming days. Now, the temple trustees who surrendered have been booked for culpable homicide not amounting to murder and also under the Explosives Act. The police have said that all the accused will be questioned to find out if there is a hand of any local politician or members of the administration who turned a blind eye to the celebrations. Meanwhile, one of the key accused, the contractor K. Surendran, named in the FIR, also succumbed to severe burn injuries. He had suffered nearly 90% burn injuries.
This has been happening for years. So, as in all previous years, this year also they decided that they would conduct competitive fireworks. Then suddenly this block came up. So as far as we understand, the committee was more or less unanimous in the decision that they should go ahead.
And the Kerala High Court yesterday banned the use of high decibel crackers and fireworks display after sunset in places of worship across the state of Kerala. The court also asked the state government to examine whether a CBI probe is necessary into the fireworks display tragedy in Kollam that killed 113 people. The High Court rap came after the state government maintained that the firework display was a clear violation of the law. Now, the High Court came down heavily upon the state police over allowing the illegal firework event to take place. The court also asked how such huge quantity of explosives reached the particular location and why the police did not press murder charges.
When the court put a question to the state government how this tragedy occurred, the state government submitted that the district magistrate has refused permission for conducting of this fireworks. But the circle inspector of police was made to believe that there is a license given to the temple, and that is how the state or the police could not prevent this.
With the High Court's observations in this incident, the laws have only become more stringent in using fireworks. Now, all temple festivals that have fireworks as their main attraction, including the famous Thrissur Puram, will be under the scanner. With camera person Jayakumar, Revati Rajavan in Kochi for India Today.
And after the Kerala High Court's observations banning high decibel fireworks in places of worship, the iconic Thrissur Puram festival will go on with no fireworks display this year unless, of course, the government grants an exemption. The festival will be a symbolic event this year with just one elephant participating, unlike the grand parade of hundreds of elephants that usually grace the event. Now, after the Kollam temple tragedy that killed 113 people, the 2 Devasthoms have organized this festival and have passed a resolution to not use any high decibel fireworks as well as elephants, as both could potentially claim human lives. Now, the annual Thrissur Puram festival will begin on the 17th of April and will be attended by hundreds of thousands of people. The UNESCO in the past has also called the Thrissur Puram festival, which is held at the Vaikundanathan temple, as the most spectacular festival on the planet. Let's go across to Revati joining us over the phone lines with more details. Revati, we know that the Thrissur Puram festival is the biggest temple festival in the state of Kerala. So considering the Kerala High Court's decision, can we expect the government to take some sort of step there to ensure there's an exemption for the Thrissur Puram festival?
Well, the Tirumambari Devasam board under which the temple is functioning, the Devasam board's decision to reduce this Thrissur Puram, the entire event, to a symbolic event is a huge decision to take, because lakhs of people attend this festival, and the fireworks display and the capras and the elephants who are lined up are the major attractions of this festival. Now, reducing it to a symbolic event is, as a decision, is a sort of a form of protest from the Devasam board, warning that we will not be going ahead with anything if we do not have the support or the intervention of the authorities. Now, this is not a final decision that they are taking, but they are expecting, the Devasam board members, temple committee, expecting the chief minister and the DGP to visit the site and the authorities to take a decision to provide an exemption to this particular temple, because this has been going on for several years, and the attractions of the festival attract lakhs of people to the temple as well. Now, reducing it to a symbolic event with just one elephant could majorly affect the number of people who are coming there, and also the revenue of the temple as well. Now, even after the Kollam tragedy that claimed the lives of more than 100 people, the Devaswam boards in Kerala are not for banning fireworks entirely. They have clearly mentioned that traditions will go on and the use of fireworks will be in accordance with the law, but banning fireworks is not feasible. That is the kind of stand that the Devaswam board has already taken. So now this decision comes after the district administration and the police did not give them sufficient permission to go ahead with the fireworks. So this is a sort of a form of a protest by the Devaswam board, demanding the intervention of the authorities to give them an exemption.
All right, Revati, thanks for joining us with those details. We'll have to wait and watch to see whether the Trishur Puram festival this time around will be a low-key affair or not.
Now, Munir is still to be arrested. He is the prime suspect in this case. He's also related to the NIA DSP, is what UP police sources are telling India Today. We will continue to track that story. But moving on, one of India's most famous women bikers, Veenu Paliwal, she's passed away in a road accident. Now, Paliwal died in a motorcycle accident in Madhya Pradesh's Vidisha district.